Hey guys, so this is basically my first video, because my other video was just me saying my name, but yeah, so today I'm going to be doing a story time about when I had to give my dog away, or like why I had to give my dog away. So yeah, so when we first got him, he was a Press Canario, his name was Duke, and he was about like 8 or 10 or 11 weeks when we got him, and he was black, tan, and like brown. So when we first got him, he was really small, and we loved him, and we had to like clean up the house when we got him. So we did. It was spotless when my dad got home with him. But this was a surprise for us. But yeah, so we got him, and we were really excited when my dad got home with him. And like, he was really small, and we were playing with him like all day. And then like a few days later, or like 2 months later, it's either 2 months or more, but yeah, so like 2 months later, he got bigger, and he was like this small when we got him, and then he got like this big, and he was still a puppy. He was teething, and like he started biting a lot. He started biting our clothes, our shoes, and especially on my brother Cashton, because there's 4 of us. There's me, Carvel, Lemarion, and Cashton. Lemarion is the oldest. He's 16. I'm the second oldest, and I'm 10. And then Carvel is the third kid, and he's 7. And then Cashton, the last one, is 5. So okay, so he started teething. Well, he was teething, and he was like, let's say like he was teething. Oh my gosh, I keep saying the same thing over. So he was teething, and he started biting our shoes, like chewing on our shoes and like our clothes and stuff, and started biting us. And so he started peeing and like pooping around the house. So we started to put him outside to go pee like every morning. Like we took him out like 8 times a day. Like it was crazy, because he always had to pee and like poop and stuff. So when we started letting him out, like a week later after we started doing that, he started going to the front yard. And because we don't have like a gate on these sides, just like this, but there's no gate like on these sides. So like on the sides of the house. So he started going to the front, and like the first time he went to the front, it was in the morning. So I went outside to go get him and take him back in the house. And he wasn't there, so I started getting like really worried about him. So I looked in the front, and then there he was. And I told my dad and mom, and they were like, well, I guess we're gonna have to get a gate then. But we never did, because they denied us, because the other people had to take their gate down for us to put ours there. So So after that whole situation, we bought a chain, right? Because we had this tree, and it already had a hook on it when we moved. So we just got a chain, and then we put his collar on. Then we like put and hooked it to like the leash. So, I mean the chain, and then he did not like it. He was just crying the whole time. So we decided to attach his leash to the chain so it could become longer. And then that helped, and he stopped crying because I sat out there with him and he could be by me. So that worked. And then he was using the bathroom so much and pooping like all outside, like everywhere. So, and we couldn't keep track of it, so it was like it was just everywhere. And we usually like ride our bikes in the front and stuff. I mean in the back when like our parents are home. So our tires were like, it had poop on it. So it was like, so we couldn't keep track of it. So it was just there, and then my mom and dad got tired of the poop just being there. So after they got tired of like the poop being there, they said if y'all don't keep track of his poop, then we're gonna have to give him away. So we started catching up with the poop and stuff. So they changed their mind about giving them away. And then like we're the type of kids that we like clean up and do something that our parents would appreciate if we like want something or want to go somewhere, or like they tell us to do something like you will get your phone back if you do this. So it was like that type of situation. Like they said like they would give him away if we didn't get his poop up and stuff. And after we like did it and they appreciated it and they said we're not going to give him away anymore, we just stopped. Like that's the type of kids we are. So we stopped cleaning his poop up, and we stopped cleaning his poop up. And then they got mad again, and then they were like, I swear, if you do this one more time, we're giving him away. So there we are again. We started cleaning it up. We kept track of it. And then they were proud of us. And then once again, it happened again. So they just gave up. So we just kept them, right? So then when he got older, he started to swallow stuff, like whole. So like, oh my gosh, I can't talk. So so the house was like dirty and stuff. So, cause we don't like doing our chores. Like we would do them, but only like if our parents told us. So we're like those. I'm trying to do YouTube videos.
Okay, so I add cinnamon to my applesauce.
Stop! Oh my God, you just ruined it. Can you get out?
They can't see me.
No, get out.
They can't see me.
Can you get out?
Can I help you?
No.
What YouTube video you trying to make?
Oh my God, get out.
What you trying to do?
Can you get out?
What you trying to do?
Get out. Get out.
What you trying to? Can I be in your YouTube video?
No. Stupid. Mommy, you won't leave me alone.
I wanted to show her a video and she over there banging on the dresser.
I don't care. Okay, sorry about that, but so forgot what I freaking said. Yeah, so he started swallowing stuff, and like the house was, so the house was always, well, it wasn't always dirty, but it was like there was a lot of stuff on the floor. So we didn't like to clean up our chores, but like we only did it when like our parents told us to. So like he started like eating stuff off the floor, like food and stuff, because it was mainly my brother Cashton, because he does not like to, like, he likes just dropping stuff on the floor. Like, if he does, he'll just leave it there. So, crap. So, like, there was this stuff on the floor, and he was always downstairs. We were always just in our room. So, and Duke had our dog had a cage. He had a cage. And like if we were upstairs, he would go downstairs to like let him out. He would like sneak to let him out. So when he would let him out, like when Cashin is downstairs, he just drops stuff on the floor for no reason, and then he would let the dog out. I know he didn't understand like what he was doing wrong, but yeah, that's what he did. And then the first time he ate something that he wasn't supposed to eat was ice cream, chocolate ice cream. So Duke, he knew how to like go up the stairs and stuff. Like he knew how to go up the stairs. And so like Cashin, like he eats upstairs when he knows he's not supposed to. So he was eating ice cream upstairs in the hallway, and then when he got done with eating the ice cream, he left it on the hallway floor, and he went in his room. So Duke, he knew how to go up the stairs, like I said. And so he went upstairs and he saw the ice cream. So he just started eating it. But there was only a little bit. Like, I heard him come upstairs. Like, I could hear him come upstairs. So when Duke came upstairs, he started just licking it off. But there was only a little bit. So I heard him come up the stairs. And then I was too late. But he only took like a little bit of it. So I saw him, then I went out of my room to go pick him up and then put him downstairs in his cage. And like when he does stuff bad, like we would just we let him out, we would let him out his cage, and we would let him out his cage, and then we would watch him, but then we'll go to do something like real quick, and he would just go everywhere. So I got him, I put him in his cage, and then I went back in my room to call my mom and dad that he had chocolate ice cream. So when we got him, when my dad got him, when my dad got him, when we had him for 2 to 3 weeks, then we took him to the vet, so he could get shots. And then while he was there, the doctor, not the doctor, his vet had told my dad that if he eats something that he's not supposed to eat, then you could give him, what is it called? When you have a scratch or something, then you clean it with that stuff. Peroxide? No. I don't know what it's called, but it was that stuff, and then you just you give him some, you give the dog some, and there was like an amount of it that you're supposed to give him, but I forgot what it was. But yeah, we gave him that, and then that was supposed to make him throw it up, so he wouldn't like die or anything. Like I said, it was chocolate ice cream, and dogs are not supposed to have chocolate. So we gave it to him. He threw it up, and then he was fine the next day. We didn't have he wasn't he was good, you know. So then there is this other time, the second time. There was a Pop-Tart on the floor. It was still in the wrapper. So I let him out the cage. Well, first I cleaned up I cleaned up the house so I could let him out so he wouldn't eat anything. Cause I was paranoid every time I let him out. I could not leave him. I would either take him with me or put him back in his cage until I come back. So I was really scared for him to do it again. So there I cleaned up and then I let him out, and then that's when Cashton came downstairs. And then while I was playing with him, he just threw the Pop-Tart on the floor, and then I was trying to make him pick it up, because I wasn't finna do it for him, because then he won't learn to get his own I wasn't finna do it for him because I thought he needed to learn to pick his to clean his own messes up. So while we were arguing, Duke had went over there and got it. And he was biting it into it, and then once he got it open, he ate the Pop-Tart and then he ate the wrapper. So it was in his mouth. He was when you give dogs a treat and then they they get it and then they just put their head back like this or something like that. And then he did that, and then I picked him up and I tried to get it out his mouth. And then my mom came down. She was like, "Oh my God, get it out of his mouth, get it out of his mouth." So now that's when I picked him up and I took one hand off of him, and then, well, no, this is what happened. So my mom came down. She was like, "Get it out of his mouth, get it out of his mouth, take it from him." So I picked him up and I tried to take it from him, and I was scared because I didn't want him to fall out of my arms. So I was scared to take one of my arms off of him. So because when he was a baby, I could hold him with one hand, but then I could not because he was big. He was this big. So I picked him up, and then that's when I was scared to take my arm off of him to get it. So I asked my mom, can she? And then she was too late to get it out of his mouth. So, because she was all the way over there by the stairs. So she tried to come over, but it was almost in the mouth. So I tried to grab it, but as soon as I tried to grab it, he almost fell. So I hurried up and put my arm back around him, so he wouldn't fall and choke on it. So my mom and dad got mad at me because I didn't get it out of his mouth and I was the one holding him. And I was like, well, if I would have took my arm off of him, he would have fell and choked on it. So they were mad at me. I don't know why, but it was not my fault. It was Cashton's fault. So I was mad. So I took Duke on a walk. And then I came home, put him in his cage, and then I went to bed because I was like really mad because it wasn't even my fault. Like, it was not my fault. So, well, at least I didn't think it was my fault. But yeah, so then after that, we gave him some more of the stuff to make him throw it up, and then we went outside and I was holding him so I could put it in his mouth. So like, because if I didn't hold him, he would like run away. So I was holding him and I tried to put it in his mouth, but he kept like moving his head and dodging it. So I asked my brother Carvel, because he was out there with me. So I asked him to hold his head. So he was holding Duke's head, and I gave him a little bit, and then he let go, and then he let go because he thought it was all in his mouth. But then it wasn't. So then I said to him, "Why did you let go? Like, now it's gonna be hard for us to hold his head again and put it in his mouth, because it was like really hard for him to hold his head because he kept biting him because he did not like want it." So then my big brother Limarion came out, and then he put it in his mouth because he was like more calm with him, because he used to like play with him all the time, because his room is downstairs, so he could like play with him all the time. So then he gave him it, and then he threw it up. But then he kept biting Cashton. He kept biting Cashton, and then my mom, like, cause like Duke kept biting Cashton, and then like one time he actually like bit him, and it was almost through his skin. And then that was like the 5th time he bit him, and then like the 6th time, oh my God, it was like he bit his like leg. Like, Duke bit his leg, and then like his teeth went through his shorts. So like if Duke's teeth can go through his shorts, then it could go through his actual skin, you know. So that's when we were all like, this dog gotta go, because because Duke, like, my mom, it was mainly my mom saying that, because because my mom was worried that, like, when he gets older and, like, bigger, like, fully grown, you know, and, like, when his teeth get, like, sharper and stuff, and powerful, like, more, like, strong, then it would become, like, a big problem, like, with his biting, and it would probably end up in the hospital or something. So so I asked my mom and dad, can we just think about it, because I really didn't want to give him away. So we thought about it, and then like a week later, my mom and dad came up. No, so after like a week later, my mom and dad had text all of us, and like they told us, and what they texted us was, it was like they said, come in the family room for a family meeting, because that's like where we do our family meetings and stuff when we all need to talk about something. So my mom and dad, when they texted us, we all went in the family room downstairs, and my mom and dad said, okay, so listen up, I have something to tell y'all. So then they told us, they said, we decided to give Duke away. So we all just started crying, like busted out in tears. It was mainly me and Lemorion, because like we loved him. We were the ones that wanted him in the first place. So like when we heard that, we were devastated. Like, we were crying for days straight. And then he wasn't given away, but we were still crying for like days because like when they say they're going to do something, like they're actually going to do it. So we were crying for like days straight, and then nobody wanted him. No, so it was like so I took my last picture with Duke, and my dad posted it on Facebook. And then my dad posted it on Facebook, and like a lot of people saw it, and they all wanted him. So, and I was confused, like, why didn't they want him before? Just because I took a picture with him, and then I was just kind of like making up excuses. Like I was saying like mean stuff about him. I was saying like there's I was saying really mean words. Like YouTube would probably delete this video if I said what I said. But so then I was like, they just want him now because I took a picture with him, and now they want him because I just have him and that I'm happy with him. And then my mom and dad, they were like, you better stop that. That is not the reason why. And I was like, yes, it is. Because they didn't want him before I took a picture with him and posted it on Facebook. And then I started getting on my dad about it because he should have never posted that picture. I was saying to him, I was like, you should have never posted that. Now I don't like you. So then there was like a lot of people saying that they wanted him in the comments. So he couldn't after like 3 days later, he finally chose who he was going to choose, because like it was like a whole bunch of people in his comments on that video. So he picked somebody, and it was one of our family members though. So it was his cousin. It was our cousin. So we were okay with that because we could still see him. So we were okay with it because we could still see him. So, and then like the next day, my dad was like, I have something to tell y'all. So we were like, oh my God, what is it now, Dad? So he told us, and he said that she's moving to a different state. She's moving to Michigan. So, and we live in St. Louis, and she's moving to Michigan. So we're like, okay, we'll get it back then. And then he was like, I can't, it's already sold. And then we all said, you could just get it back. It was our dog in the first place. And then she was like, no. And then he was like, that's not fair because I already sold it. And when you sold it, you can't get it back. Like if somebody gives you money, like you can't get that money back. So we were crying again. So we just went in our room and started crying. And then the next day, her son came and got Duke, and like when her son came and got Duke, I was like, I ran out there before her son could even get him, and I was like, you're so mean. Why would you take a dog away from some poor little kids? And then he started feeling bad, and then he was like, well, you could have it back. And then I was like, Dad, can we have it back, please? And he was like, no, I already gave it to him. And then, like a month later, they moved, and we were like, we are never gonna get to see him again. So, and then on that day, I asked my dad, can you message her to send us a video of him and see if he got bigger. And then he was like, I can't because I don't have Facebook. And that was the end of it. And yeah, that's the end of this story time. So yeah. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, to this YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and comment and share. So yeah, bye.